Okay, today's video is in response to a question from a viewer. And the question is, did your thoughts or perspective change after Kundalini activation? It's a really good question. It's made me think actually about how my thoughts and perspectives have changed. I think the thing I can say about thoughts is that they became a lot less important. So whereas previously I was very much in my head and somebody who thought, I am a deep thinker now, I still think a lot, but I would think things over, plan things in my mind and act from my thoughts, if that makes sense. Whereas afterwards I was very much more in tune, or was able to get in tune with my intuition and operate much more from a gut feeling, from my heart, from just a feeling sense. I started to feel energies, so I felt like I feel like I get a lot of communication, a lot of information through energy, rather than relying just on my thoughts to make decisions. I can feel into things in order to get a sense of the right direction to go. So yes, my thoughts changed, but it was more of the thoughts kind of fading into the background and working much more from intuition and feeling sense. Also, I have done a lot of work on calming my thoughts. So I became a lot more aware of my thoughts rather than being identified with what I was thinking. I think this process started before the activation, actually quite a long time before. It was a gradual process of disidentifying and distancing myself from my thoughts and realizing that my thoughts are not necessarily true. I also did some hypnotherapy, which enabled me to examine my thoughts in a much more kind of focused and specific way, so I could look at my thoughts and decide whether I wanted to engage with the thought or not, whether I wanted to keep that thought or change it to a different type of thought. I had a lot of negative self-talk at the time, and that helped me to change the negative thoughts I was having about myself into positives. That was extremely useful. And then in terms of perspectives, my perspective on life has changed completely. So rather than seeing mainly the physical world as being important, I'm much more in tune with the spiritual or soul journey, I would almost say, in terms of seeing life as a series of challenges and opportunities for growth of the soul, of becoming aligned with the higher self or the soul. So yeah, I guess I see life now as being a learning journey and a journey of growth into the soul, or an embodiment of the soul in the world. And I've done a lot of that through dream work, which I've probably talked a little bit about on some other videos. But if you examine your dreams, there is a lot of information there from the subconscious. So by looking at dreams and understanding the messages in them, it's possible to release a lot of conditioning, social conditioning that we have, and become much more in tune and aligned with who we are on a soul level. So yeah, it has totally changed my perspective on life and what I think is important. I see life as a healing journey and an opportunity to express ourselves fully, and an opportunity to bring our gifts to the world in order to bring something unique and something healing for others. I mean, everybody's different, but for me, it's about, I'm very much somebody that needs harmony in my life. So it's about bringing harmony to the world.